in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Sun Devils have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got room at the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Rides the back on the option to give. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. First and goal from the 3. Slams it ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making checks. They'll go with a direct snap. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The quick out. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down the 1. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterbacks got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year. He comes up with a massive play right there.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the 1st half of the home team.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
That's caught. It's Douglas. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch.
Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They're going to run it. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Still looking on the move. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. At that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Pressure coming. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They'll run the screen. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. using the quick game. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got him. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. This will likely be the last play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Terrapins will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this 1st drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Finds a man on the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that 1st half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's a good example of why location on throws is so important. It's 3rd down, and if the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the 1st, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able to rally and make a stop.
The Sun Devils will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not
turning it on! Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Floating away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Offense set on 1st down. Looking to throw. Fires to the right. Got a wide open receiver. Turning on the Jets. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Terrapins! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Working that left side now. Running through contact. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Runs for the tackle. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
And the Sun Devils are marching down the field. Toss sweep to the right. Shoots his way for more. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jones. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Going right and going deep. Touchdown, Maryland! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Gives it on the option. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Gets it to the back. Turns it on to midfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Boom. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
And the Sun Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Uncorks it. Complete out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a jump play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Fires left. Got it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback extends the play. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the...
Touchdown, Terrapins! And the comeback is on.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, and maybe time for a play or 2. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Defense still has all 3 timeouts. Offense about to take a knee. Maybe everybody's content with where we are heading to the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Maryland.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. They'll go to the toss. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, my. He just shanked that one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They get a big win here and start the season.